Right guys, basic boilie making. Doesn't get any simpler than this. It's based on my tangy sweet fish recipe and it is so easy. Right, here's what I've done. I put equal amounts of chapati flour, semolina, cornmeal and maize meal. Right, that is the bulk. You've got a little bit of fat in with that. It's basic bulk. Nearly every bit will use one or more of them. So what I've done is mix them together. If I unclip this off and right. Basic boilie mix. There we go. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Right. All my mixes are 48 ounces of dry mix to 48 to 15 Asda's cheapest eggs. They're about 135 for 15. So 48 ounces of that and 15 eggs. It's a boilie mix. You will catch on it. I'm not saying you'll catch a load on it, but you will catch fish on it. Right. This is what I do. I take 48 ounces of this mix and put it in a bowl. So I'll do that now and I'll switch it back on when I'm done. Right. There's 48 ounces of bulk. Okay. Right. Let's get that put away. And then we start getting to the interesting bit. Okay, right. Get this put away. Right. Now we start to add additives. Right. Although my mixture is always going to stay at 48 ounces, everything I add from now on is classed as an additive. Now this doesn't have to be a science. Right. What I've got here is, let's clip this off. Here we have coconut flour. Now it says it's coconut flour, but if you look at it, it's just coconut. It's shredded coconut. It's not like desiccated coconut. It's a lot smaller. So I've got to decide myself how much I want to put in. I don't want to be the boilie to be too grainy. So what do? I'll add a little. Right. Let's have a look what I've got here. What size is that? Right, that's 1/3 of a cup. So, I know 3 of them is a cupful. So that's 1, 2, there we go, 3. Simple. Right, that's another additive in. The next, I'm going to put in, I'm going to put some birdseed in it, because all seeds got oils and all kind of nutrients. If it's good enough for birds, it's good enough for fish. You could eat it yourself if you wanted to. Right. This is pigeon conditioner. Right, pigeon conditioner. I've stuck it in the coffee grinder and whizzed it down. Okay, when it comes to cook it, it's obviously boiling it because you're making boilies. It takes seconds to cook that because you don't have to wait for it to swell up and all that kind of stuff. Right, here we go. What measures have I got in this? 1 cup measure. That's exactly what I'm going to put in. Right, 1 cup measure. That's quite a lot. Right. Put that away. Right. Let's see if I can get the rest of my additives out. Right. Dried brewer's yeast. Okay. I can't remember how much I paid for it. It was worked out about £7 or £8. Now, they use this as to go in as a horse supplement. So, does it smell like? It's got a slight oxo-y type of yeasty smell. Right, you don't need an awful lot of this. To feed a horse, you're looking at 25 grams a day for a horse. Obviously, we're not feeding horses, we're feeding fish. High in proteins and all the usual fatties and stuff and things like that. So, I know I don't need a lot of this. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put in, there we go, I've got a 15mm measure. See, it's only small. There we go, 15mm measure, 3 teaspoons. Citric acid, right, it's what lemons and limes and all that kind of things, it's an acid, you can eat it yourself. If you put it on your tongue it would taste like them like sour fruits or them Haribo type sweets with the sugary substance on the outside that makes you cringe. That's the same stuff. It's cheap as chips, you only use a bit. So what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to put exactly the same amount in. There we go, 15mm. Now, you don't have to put these in. This is just what I do. This is my made-up recipe, if you like. Right, I have chili flakes. If you want to spice it up, just whack some chili flakes in it. There's loads of things in Asda and Tesco's and places like that that you could put in. But this is just my dried mixture for now. We'll get to the wet mixture soon. Let's see what else we've got. I can get in. Right. See what we've got in here. Right. Some more bird seeds. I don't know how you pronounce them. Okay. From Wilkinson's. Niger seeds or whatever they're called. Right. You don't need an awful lot of these. So I think 15mm is a bit too much, so I'm actually going to put 10mm. Now these are only £2 a bag. Like I say, you don't need a lot. You've got the oils and proteins in them. Okay, there's also things like you could put in, which was that, almond powder, garlic powder, dry skimmed milk. And get this one on the way. As you can see, I'm doing it off the cuff, just to show you. Right, that's my bag of goodies. That's for me liquids, that's out ready. Right, let's have a look. Right, we have things like potassium sorbate. This will stop your boilies from going off if you want to make shelf life, but I'm not, I'm just making a freezer bait so I can go back in. Salt, right, sea salt, you don't have to use rock salt, it's all rubbish. This salt is untreated, unbleached, not like your table salt which is bleached. Any kind of salt except table salt will do, yeah. Right. I'm going to put 15ml of that in, if I can get it out. There you go, 15ml of salt. Now you may think, well that looks quite complicated, but trust me, it isn't. You don't have to put these in. Right, the next thing I've got is, here we go, baby milk powder. Right, I've actually mixed this with Tesco's own cheap branded milk powder. Got obviously your fats and your calciums, and it's all there on the thing. I'm not going to go through it, but say you did want to, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, C and so on. Well, you don't have to use that. Go to the pound shop, get some vitamins and crush them up and put them in. That's fine, it's okay. Right, I'm going to put a bit of milk powders in. There's my measure. Which one is it? I want the fullish one, that's it. How much do I want to put in? Well, there's 15ml. There's 30ml. It's not a lot, it's just an additive. Right. Peak mass, whey protein, any version you like, cheapest, dearest, whatever. Right. How much to put into this? There we go. We'll be going there. One scoop. That comes with it. I don't know what that is. It's not a great deal. It's just an additive. Get that away. If you want to dye your bait, add your powdered baits now, your powdered dyes now. Here we go. Here's one for you. White. Now look how much of that is in there. I got another tub. It's called titanium dioxide. Right. Every single thing that's white in your home, whether it be paint, wallpaper, toothpaste, you name it, it's got that in it. Has no adverse effects to any fish or anything living, as far as we know, as we're told. Right, bait companies use it, so get on it. Titanium dioxide's a lot cheaper than buying the dealers' versions. Right, what else have I got? Sugars. Find out which cupboard that's in now. Here we go. Now sugars, I don't think you can put you can overdo it with sugars. You can just keep adding it and adding it. But it's a £1 a bag. You don't get a great deal. It's 250 grams for a bag. Right. And I'm going to put in. Let's have a look. I'm going to put the 15 mil in. So there's a full bag. See how much you get. You don't need a lot. It's just an additive, as I keep saying. Right, what else can you put in at this stage? Let me go through it. Yes, I know what. I can show you. There we go. Sweetener. More sweetener. Same again. You can put as much as you want of this stuff in. I'm going to put 15 mil in. If you wanted to use icing sugar and things like that, do it, get on it. Right, that's pretty much it. There's one more thing I'm going to put in, but I'm going to wait till I mix it in a bag, and I'm going to add some LT94, which is CC Moo's fish meal. But that, yeah, I'll unclip it. That is a BOILIE mix. Salt, sugars, acids, fatty acids, milk powders, birdseed, roughage. By the time you put the eggs in, you got your proteins, in your yeasts, all that kind of stuff. Everything's there. Right, so I'm gonna mix it up now, and I'll turn back on when that's done.